Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman and these are the market positions for October the 3rd, 2017. Now our first trade for tonight is going to be in the Forex market. We're looking at the Singapore dollar Japanese yen cross pair. Now looking at the VantagePoint indicators, it appears that we have a top formed at 83.50. We can assess here that our 3-day and our 8-day predicted moving averages are starting to show weakness in this particular pair. We've hit a top with our predicted long-term predicted difference, suggesting this trend is likely going to reverse. We have a crossover in our predicted MACD, and we're losing all of our momentum on our predicted RSI. Now, you can also see that I've drawn a trend line in here on a very steep angle. This trend line is on a very steep angle, and you can see we're breaking through that area. Now, we're still above the VantagePoint 18-day predicted moving average, but we're closing below or on the VantagePoint 8-day, which is also a very powerful pivot area. So if we can push below this area, the chances are we are going lower. So when we break this down, we look at our individual crossovers. We can see that our short term is crossing to the downside. Our medium term is also crossing to the downside on this trend line break. Very important that I point that out. But our long term crossover, while still pointing up, you can see that we're clearly flattening out here, and we are closing again below that very important critical VantagePoint predicted moving average. In this particular case, it's our 6-day predicted moving average. So a lot of things are stacking up against the Singapore dollar and pointing towards potential oncoming strength in the Japanese yen. So from here, guys, all we have to do is go into that all-important daily report to fine-tune our entry point. So with that close of 82.76 for tomorrow, we're looking for a minor retracement higher to 82.99. And again, I'll point out to everybody that this video is being produced at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday night, just prior to the Asian session for Tuesday trade. So again, we're looking for it to move higher. We're going to use that to set our shorts. We're then going to our initial target will be 82.58, but I believe we can push substantially lower than that area if this particular trade gets moving, and again potentially all the way back down into this 81 area. Now our second trade for tonight is in the US technology sector. We're looking at the 3D Systems, the DDD stock. Now this particular stock is definitely in a consolidation period. You can see that we've been going back and forth in a very tight formation, but we do have a fresh triple EMA cross from VantagePoint. Now that's coming after multiple retracements of this $13 per share mark. We can assess that our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences, our strength indicator, and our neural index are all above the zero line and suggesting that this particular stock is getting ready to break out. Our predicted MACD is about to overtake the zero line, a very important area, and our leading indicator, our predicted RSI, is at 75.1, telling me we have substantial momentum building here. So what we want to make sure we're doing is looking at all of the VantagePoint indicators. When we look at our individual crossovers, our short term is higher, medium term is higher, and the long term crossover, which is also very important, is also higher. So once we break through this $14 per share mark, this stock could really start to move. Now, once again, we're sitting, I'm going to bring this on a 3-month time frame so everybody can see this, that we're in this very tight consolidation period for the last several weeks. But as a leading indicator in the software, it's telling us that this is getting ready to break higher. So from here, guys, once we've done our main analysis, only after we've done our main analysis to point that out, do we look to play the daily report. So with that close of 14.10 for tomorrow, we're looking for a minor pullback to 13.61. We're then going to target 14.70 on an intraday basis only. Now this is one of my favorite personal trades when I'm going through a long period of consolidation, when all of the indicators I'm using with the VantagePoint are telling me that this stock is getting ready to move here. So it's not too late to get in on this. Two ways to play this: we wait for our pullback to 13.61, or we play a breakout above $14 per share. Now we're closing, again, we're closing the day at 14.10, so we're pretty much there now. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the pullback is very shallow tomorrow and we get a big move up. This is very much like a spring, excuse me, coiling up, and then all of a sudden it pops. So when the train's leaving the station, guys, we want to make sure we're on it.